Well, this week, a David Hammer investigation exposed audio recordings from a child molestation case against a Catholic deacon. Tonight, in part 4 of Losing Faith, one victim works to overcome decades of trauma and give hope to others.
Shame. More than anything else, it binds together the survivors of child sexual abuse by priests and other Catholic Church leaders. And it holds them back, often for decades.
I couldn't confide in anyone who would believe me that a priest would do such a thing.
He's telling me I'm being tempted by the devil. How does that make a young man feel?
And I was embarrassed. I was ashamed, too. Like, why did he pick me?
The story was no different for Mac McCall. He was molested when he was 12 years old, and he says his abuser, V.M. Wheeler, intimidated him into silence.
He would use physical abuse, then say he loved me, and it was just back and forth like that, and I didn't know really what to do at the time. Like, he would send me texts, like, why didn't you text me? Why didn't you, why aren't you answering my text? And you find yourself replaying that trauma.
Wheeler was a deep-pocketed lawyer who was training to be a church deacon, and he rose to positions of power in the church. Archbishop Gregory Aymond appointed him to the board that ran the church's health system, Chateau de Notre Dame. Sources say Wheeler then voted to give his own law firm lucrative business with Chateau. Aymond later told Jefferson Parish Sheriff's detectives he knew that was wrong, but still ordained Wheeler.
He would get on these boards, and then he would want to do the legal work. Well, that's a conflict of interest. And I said, VM, I hear all these things about you. At what point do we just say, you're not capable of representing us?
Aymond even told detectives he kicked Wheeler off the health system board. Records show that happened in October 2016. But less than 2 years later, Aymond ordained Wheeler a deacon at St. Francis Xavier Church. For Mac, that sparked anger, but it also gave him courage to tell Aymond how Wheeler had sexually abused him.
There's a fear factor of coming forward. You won't be believed. People won't understand. But what I've realized is the silence is one of the biggest problems, because once you do come forward, once you do find your voice, you start to heal. Hands over the heart, close your eyes, deep breath in, deep breath out. I go to schools, I go to senior centers, I go to homeless centers, I go to recovery centers as well, and I teach in my full spectrum health system, mind, body, spirit.
This week, he showed a PE class at a New Orleans East High School his motivational mix of mindfulness, menus, and movement.
It has helped me with my trauma to help other people with trauma, and everybody has trauma, no matter how big or small. So this system applies to everybody, but it has helped heal me. Then you're just gonna start swinging your arms like this. Loosen those shoulders. Then you're gonna start swinging more.
It helped him fight on for justice in the face of proposed payoffs and pressure campaigns from Wheeler's powerful friends. And last December, Wheeler stood up in criminal court and admitted to abusing Mac. Last month, Mac got one of the largest abuse settlements in the history of the New Orleans area church abuse crisis. And now, Mac hopes he can be a beacon for other survivors of child sexual abuse so they too can overcome the shame.
Yeah!
David Hammer, Eyewitness News.
The Archdiocese did not respond to a request for comment on Wheeler's ethical issues. David developed this 4-part series with our reporting partner, Ramon Vargas at The Guardian newspaper. You can watch and read their full series on our website, wwltv.com.